Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to deeply connect with a woman? Maybe you think you're doing everything right, but she simply doesn't show the interest you were expecting. Or worse, it seems like whatever you do has no impact on how she perceives you. It can be frustrating, even confusing, but let me tell you something. You're not alone. Many men don't realize that what truly attracts a woman goes far beyond what's obvious on the surface. Women's weaknesses aren't what you think. It's not what you've been taught in movies or what you hear out there. The real keys to generating genuine attraction lie in knowing how to handle certain aspects of your personality that can make a profound difference. And the best part is, if you learn to understand them, you'll not only catch her attention, but keep it on a much deeper emotional level. Today I'm going to share with you the 9 main weaknesses women have that every man should know. If you haven't been able to create that connection you're looking for, you'll find the answers here. By the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer understanding of what truly works to spark interest and attraction in a woman in a genuine and natural way. My name is Celia, and if this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I promise that what's coming won't just surprise you, but it will completely change the way you understand female psychology. Let's get started. 1. A confident man is magnetic to any woman. Confidence is one of the most attractive traits a man can have, but we're not talking about the superficial confidence that comes from ego or the need for external validation. True confidence goes much deeper, and it's something women pick up on instantly. A man who is sure of himself doesn't need to brag or show off. His presence speaks for itself. He doesn't desperately seek attention or try to prove himself to others because he knows his worth. And that magnetism is something women can't ignore. Think about those men who seem to walk into a room with total ease, no matter who's there. They don't do it to impress everyone, but because they're at peace with themselves. That calmness, that inner security, is what women find so irresistible. The kind of confidence that truly attracts isn't the kind that needs to stand out all the time, but the kind that flows naturally, effortlessly. Often, when a man lacks this internal security, he constantly seeks approval from a woman. He asks if she likes what he's doing, if she's impressed, if she's interested. But what this really communicates is insecurity. A truly confident man doesn't need that validation because he already knows he's enough as he is. He doesn't wait for her to tell him he's doing the right thing. He just does it with the conviction that what he brings to the table has value. This confidence also extends to how you handle situations. A self-assured man doesn't crumble in the face of challenges, nor does he act out of desperation when things don't go as planned. He doesn't panic if a woman seems distant or try to immediately fix the situation. He trusts that who he is and what he offers is enough, and that security is what makes him stand out. Women often aren't just looking for someone who is confident in them. They want someone who is confident in himself. They want to be with someone who has a strong presence, who doesn't waver at the first sign of trouble. Inner security creates a stability that women deeply value because they know they won't be dealing with a man who doubts himself or the relationship. If you really want to capture a woman's interest, it's essential to work on that internal confidence. It's not about being arrogant or trying to prove you're the best at everything, but about being authentic, knowing who you are, and being at peace with that. That emotional calm is what makes you magnetic without you even realizing it. You don't need to prove anything because you already know your worth, and for a woman, that's impossible to ignore. 2. Mystery is what sparks desire. Mystery is one of the most powerful elements when it comes to generating attraction. When everything about a man is laid out from the beginning, a woman's curiosity fades quickly. Mystery creates intrigue, igniting the desire to know more, to understand what hasn't yet been revealed. And it's precisely in that space of the unspoken, the unseen, where fascination is born. It's not about playing hard to get or hiding who you are, but about keeping certain aspects of your life and personality reserved, allowing her to discover them gradually. Men who reveal everything right away can come off as too eager to be accepted, And that takes the excitement out of the relationship. The man who knows how to pace what he shares, who saves some things for later, keeps the interest alive and makes her want to know more. Think about the books or movies that keep you hooked, those that don't reveal all their cards at once, but lead you to discover each layer bit by bit. That's how mystery works in a relationship. If you're the kind of man who, instead of unloading his entire life story on the first date, shares selective details over time, she'll be intrigued, wanting to learn more about you. That enigmatic vibe is what will make her think about you when you're not around, wondering what else there is to discover. This mystery also includes not always being available. If every time she calls or texts, you respond immediately, if you're always saying yes to everything, you eventually become predictable. But when you have a life of your own, when she can't always anticipate your moves or your availability, that creates a space of intrigue that will make her wonder what you're up to, what you're doing, and why you're not always there. And in that uncertainty, desire is born. Mystery, when handled well, sets you apart from being just another guy who has already laid all his cards on the table. If you can maintain that touch of enigma, of surprise, you become the man she wants to uncover, the man she's interested in knowing more deeply. Attraction thrives on the unknown, and you will be the mystery she wants to solve. 3. The power of detachment proves that less is more. The power of detachment is something many men underestimate, but it's one of the most effective keys to generating attraction. When you're always available, respond immediately, and lack your own space or interests, you become predictable, and predictability kills desire. Women are attracted to men who have their own lives, who don't constantly seek validation or follow them around all the time. Detachment doesn't mean being cold or distant. It means knowing when to take a step back so she has the space to think about you. Imagine this. If you're always there, without a break, she never gets the chance to miss you or wonder what you're doing. When you maintain a healthy level of detachment, when you're not always the first to reach out or respond, you create a sense of independence that's incredibly attractive. Women want a man who has his own life, his own goals, and who doesn't need to cling to them to feel complete. A detached man isn't someone who ignores a woman, but someone who doesn't depend on her attention to feel good about himself. This creates a magnetic attraction because she knows your value doesn't hinge on her approval. It comes from who you are. And the more focused and busy you are with your own projects and activities, the more desirable you become because it sends a clear message: your world doesn't revolve around her. Detachment also shows in how you handle silence or distance in a relationship. If a woman takes her time to respond or seems busy, instead of chasing her or trying to grab her attention immediately, a detached man continues living his life, confident that if the connection is genuine, she'll return. This kind of calmness and confidence is highly attractive because it shows you're not emotionally dependent, that you don't panic when things don't go as planned. The power of detachment lies in the freedom it gives her to think about you, to miss you, and to wonder why you're not always around. That lack of emotional dependence creates the space she needs to feel curious, to appreciate the moments you are present, and to seek you out when she realizes you're not always available. In this dynamic, without even realizing it, you become the man she wants to be close to, not because you need her, but because you choose to be there. And that choice is what will make her desire you more. 4. Consistency is fulfilling your promises and earning her trust. Consistency is one of the fundamental pillars of any relationship. Women deeply value men who are firm, who keep their promises, and whose actions align with their words. If you say you'll do something, do it. If you commit to being somewhere or taking on a task, don't let it fall to empty words. This firmness creates security, and security is something every woman seeks in a man. When you're consistent and steady in your behavior, she knows she can trust you, that you're someone she can rely on when needed. Attraction isn't just about exciting moments or grand romantic gestures. It's about building a solid foundation, and that foundation strengthens every time you follow through on what you say. Men who are inconsistent, who change their minds, or who don't follow through on their promises inevitably create uncertainty. While uncertainty can create a bit of excitement in the short term, it erodes trust in the long run. If you're not consistent, she'll never know what to expect from you, and that lack of stability can make her lose interest. Being consistent doesn't mean being predictable or boring. It's about showing that you have a personal code, that you value your word, and that you're a man who can be trusted. When you do what you say, you're not only showing her that you're reliable, you're also showing that you take yourself and the relationship seriously. This creates an environment where she can relax and open up emotionally because she knows you're there. You don't play games with words or emotions. In the long run, consistency is what truly builds emotional attraction. It's easy to impress her with sweet words or flashy gestures, but if there's no consistency behind them, everything falls apart. Women want someone they can count on, both in easy times and when things get tough. That's the true test of a man who understands what it means to be firm. When you're consistent, she knows you're not just trying to impress her temporarily. You genuinely care about what you share with her. And that level of emotional stability and commitment is what will make her feel attracted, not just to what you say or do, but to the certainty that you're a man who's present and who keeps his word. In a world full of uncertainty, that firmness is what she will value most. If you feel like you're discovering new ways to understand what truly attracts a woman, and you're enjoying the video, I invite you to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button to support this content. But don't leave just yet, because what's coming next could completely transform the way you relate to others. Also, I'd love to know where you're watching from, so let me know in the comments. Stay tuned. 5. Charisma is the secret to emotional connection. Charisma is one of the most powerful qualities a man can have. It's not just about being likable or knowing the right things to say, but about the ability to connect deeply with people, making them feel seen and heard. Authentic charisma doesn't aim to draw attention or impress others. It comes from a genuine interest in those around you. When a man is charismatic, he's not focused on himself, but on how he can elevate the conversation and make others feel special. Women, in particular, are very attracted to men who have this ability to create an emotional connection. Charisma isn't about superficial charm. It's the skill of creating an atmosphere where she feels comfortable, understood, and valued. The men who master this quality aren't the ones who constantly talk about themselves or try to show off. They are the ones who know how to listen, ask thoughtful questions, and show a real interest in the other person's thoughts, emotions, and desires. Charisma also shines in how you handle social interactions. A charismatic man doesn't need to be the center of attention, but his presence is always felt. He knows how to read the energy in the room, how to make people feel more at ease and confident around him. He doesn't monopolize the conversation or push his views. Instead, he facilitates genuine dialogue where everyone feels important. When you interact with a woman, charisma is what creates that spark of interest beyond just physical attraction. It's what makes her think about you after you've talked, leaving a lasting impression. Charismatic men understand that it's not just about what they say, but how they make the other person feel. If, after a conversation, she feels better about herself, more valued, more understood, then you've created a real connection, and that's what makes her remember you and want to be around you. The key to charisma is authenticity. It's not about pretending to be someone you're not or following a script. It's about being genuine in your interactions, showing interest without expecting anything in return. That naturalness is what's most attractive. When you stop trying to impress and start focusing on how you can connect honestly, that's when your charisma truly shines. And it's that energy that women find so irresistible, because they're not looking for someone perfect. They're looking for someone who knows how to create an atmosphere of authenticity and real connection. 6. A man's ambition always attracts. Ambition is one of the most attractive traits a man can have, And it's not just about the desire for financial or professional success. The kind of ambition that women find truly irresistible goes far beyond the material. It's the inner drive that pushes you to be better every day, to grow in all areas of your life, and to strive for something greater than yourself. Men with a clear mission, with a purpose that fuels them, exude a different kind of energy, one that inevitably draws people in. An ambitious man isn't someone who only chases money or power, but someone who constantly seeks self-improvement. Whether it's in his career, personal life, passions, or relationships, a man with ambition carries a strength that sets him apart. Women are naturally attracted to men who have a sense of direction, who know what they want and are willing to work hard to achieve it. It's not the end result that impresses them, but the dedication and determination they see in you. Ambition also reflects a growth mindset. Men who remain stagnant, who don't strive for progress, inevitably lose their allure. But a man who is always moving forward, who refuses to settle, and continues to seek new ways to improve becomes magnetic. That dynamic energy, that drive for continuous growth, is something women admire because it shows you won't settle for mediocrity. It's important to remember that ambition shouldn't be selfish or solely focused on external goals. A woman values a man who, in addition to seeking his own growth, also wants to grow alongside her, who is ambitious about building a strong relationship and sharing his successes with someone else. Men who include their partner in their dreams, who see growth as something to be shared, project a level of maturity and depth that not everyone possesses. Having ambition also means you don't rely on anyone else for your personal fulfillment. You don't need her to be the center of your world because you have your own mission, goals that drive you. That emotional independence and confidence in your own path is what makes a woman want to be by your side. She knows you're not looking for someone to complete you. You're a complete man, building something meaningful, and that makes her want to join you on that journey. Ambition, when well focused, makes you stand out, not only because it shows you have clear goals, but because it reflects your commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. That attitude is contagious, and when a woman sees a man striving for something bigger than himself, she can't help but feel admiration and attraction for the inner strength that ambition projects. 7. Your appearance speaks for you when you pay attention to every detail. Appearance is one of the first things a woman notices, but it's not just about the clothes you wear or your hairstyle. It goes much deeper than that. Your appearance reflects how much you value yourself, how you present yourself to the world, and that has a direct impact on the attraction you can generate. A man who takes care of himself, who pays attention to the details, and who invests time in looking good sends a clear message. He respects himself and expects the same from others. You don't need a perfect physique or designer clothes to be attractive, but it's essential to pay attention to your hygiene, your personal style, and how you present yourself in different situations. A clean, well-groomed, and organized look shows that you take your presence seriously, that you understand the power of a good first impression. Women value men who care about their appearance because they know it also reflects how they care for themselves emotionally and mentally. Personal style also plays an important role. You don't have to follow the latest fashion trends, but you should find what suits you and makes you feel confident. The confidence that comes from knowing you look good influences how you move, how you speak, and how you interact. And that confidence is what truly catches attention. It's not just about the clothes, but about how you wear them, how comfortable and secure you feel in them. When you feel good in your own skin, that's something women notice instantly. Appearance isn't just limited to clothing or grooming. It also includes how you take care of your health, your posture, and your physical energy. A man who stays active and takes care of his physical well-being projects vitality and strength. You don't have to be an athlete, but showing discipline and care for your fitness demonstrates that you prioritize your well-being. This not only makes you feel better, but also makes you more attractive to others. It's important to understand that taking care of your appearance isn't a superficial act. It's a way of showing respect for yourself and for those around you. When you invest time in looking and feeling good, it benefits not only you, but also the people around you. The woman by your side will feel proud to be with someone who cares about how he presents himself, because it also reflects how you care for others and your surroundings. In summary, your appearance is a powerful tool you can control. It's not about being perfect, but about showing that you value yourself enough to take care of yourself. That respect for your own image has an immediate impact on the attraction you create, and it shows that you are a man who takes both himself and his life seriously. 8. Passion in what you do ignites attraction. Passion is one of the most attractive qualities a man can have. It's not just about passion in a relationship, but about how you live your life, what drives you, and what makes you wake up each day with enthusiasm. A man who is passionate about something, whether it's his work, a hobby, or a cause, radiates an energy that is irresistible to women. That intensity, that connection to something bigger than himself, shows depth and purpose, qualities that generate admiration and desire. When a woman sees a man passionate about what he does, she sees someone with a full life, someone who isn't looking for her to fill or complete him. That emotional independence and commitment to something meaningful show that you don't need anyone to push you to be better because you already have an internal source of motivation. And that self-confidence, that dedication to what drives you, is incredibly attractive. Passion makes you interesting. It makes you someone who has something unique to share. Women are drawn to men who have a spark, who speak with excitement about what they love to do, and who are immersed in projects that challenge them and give them a sense of purpose. Passion is what sets apart an ordinary man from one who leaves a lasting impression. It doesn't matter what your passion is. The key is that you give it everything you've got, and that will show in every aspect of your life. It's also important to note that passion isn't just about big goals or projects. You can show passion in the small details, in how you live day to day, in how you engage with the world around you. If you are someone who enjoys what you do, who finds joy and purpose in simple things, that's noticeable, and that positive energy is contagious. Women are attracted to someone who lives with intensity because it shows you're not settling for mediocrity. You're always searching for something more, something that makes you feel alive. A passionate man also inspires those around him. The dedication you bring to what matters to you doesn't just benefit you, it also sparks something in others. Women want to be with someone who motivates them, who shows them that there's more to discover, who inspires them to pursue their own dreams. When they see a man committed to something, they feel a deeper connection because they know they can share that energy, that passion for life. In the end, passion is a trait that transforms how a woman sees you. It's not about what you do, but how you do it, the intensity with which you live, and the purpose that drives you. That inner force makes you stand out and turns you into someone who not only attracts, but also inspires. 9. True masculinity protects and attracts. True masculinity isn't about being the physically strongest or projecting an image of toughness. The masculinity that truly attracts women goes much deeper. It's a combination of emotional strength, leadership, and kindness. A masculine man is someone who isn't afraid to take charge when needed, who shows confidence in himself and his decisions, but also knows how to be vulnerable, compassionate, and respectful. It's this balance of firmness and sensitivity that really makes the difference. Emotional strength is one of the pillars of masculinity. Women are attracted to men who don't easily crumble under adversity, who know how to manage their emotions without being controlled by them. This doesn't mean suppressing how you feel, but knowing how to handle it effectively. A man who can face life's challenges with calm and balance projects a security that she not only values, but also makes her feel protected, both emotionally and physically. Masculinity also shines in the ability to lead. This isn't about dominating others, but about being someone who takes initiative, knows what he wants, and is willing to guide, whether in the small decisions of daily life or the big steps in life's journey. A man who leads with confidence and strength builds trust because he shows that he's ready to take control when necessary, always with respect and consideration for others. However, this strength isn't complete without the ability to show kindness. True masculinity isn't about imposing, but about caring and protecting. A masculine man knows when to be strong and when to be gentle. He isn't afraid to be vulnerable when necessary because he understands that being emotionally accessible doesn't make him any less masculine. It makes him more complete. Women appreciate men who, besides being strong, have the ability to listen, understand, and show empathy. The combination of these qualities creates a masculinity that is truly attractive. A man who can lead, protect, and be strong, but also knows how to be attentive, compassionate, and emotionally open, offers the best of both worlds. He's not only able to face life's challenges, but also someone she can fully trust. Masculinity, when expressed in a balanced way, gives a woman the assurance that she's with someone capable of handling any situation, someone who doesn't crumble under pressure, but also isn't afraid to show his human side. That's the true attraction of masculinity, a strength that not only protects but also cares. At the end of the day, what we're really looking for isn't just to attract someone, but to create an authentic, deep connection that allows us to grow both personally and emotionally. Everything we've discussed today isn't about superficial tricks, but about real truths regarding how the way we act, think, and feel can influence the quality of our relationships. Every small change you make within yourself, from your confidence to the passion you show, has the power to transform not only how others see you, but more importantly, how you see yourself. Personal growth doesn't just improve your relationships, it gives you a sense of fulfillment and purpose. Every step you take toward understanding others and yourself is a step toward a richer, more connected, and more meaningful life. And that, in the end, is what matters most. My name is Celia, and I want this space to be a refuge of wisdom where we can openly and respectfully talk about these important topics. Together, let's find ways to improve our daily lives, not just in our intimate relationships, but in everything we do. Because ultimately, every small adjustment in how we live reflects in our relationships and therefore in our happiness. If this is your first time here, I invite you to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming topics we'll be discussing. And if you've made it this far, it means you take your personal growth seriously, and that deserves recognition. To know who the dedicated ones are that stayed until the end, comment the phrase, "I love wisdom," and tell me where in the world you're listening from. I'd love to know who's sharing this journey of self-discovery with me. Don't leave without sharing this video with someone who might need these words today. Sometimes, a small piece of advice can spark a big change. See you in the next video.